Hi, my name is Israel Santana, but you can call me Izzy, and here I'll be demonstrating my project, Chatter. Now, what is Chatter? Just like the name tells, it's a chat application, but I want to be very specific. This is not your typical social media platform and where you send friend requests and you speak with your friends and you accumulate numbers of followers. This is not the purpose for this application. The focus for Chatter is to be used by companies in order to facilitate communication between different departments and members within a company. It's very simple, the flow. A new member joins your company, a Chatter account is created, and the moment this member has a Chatter account, this person immediately has access to the chat application and he or she can communicate with anyone within the company. So before we go ahead and show you the application, first let's talk about the key features in the tech stack. So some key features are the secure registration form with unique email and username creation. What does that mean? Essentially what it means is an email and a username cannot be used twice, meaning you cannot have duplicates. So in order for a new account to be created, it has to be a unique email and a unique username. Then we have access to all members of the organization. We have a responsive design like every application should have. We have a full CRUD capability for the messages, meaning you can send messages, you can edit them, you can delete them, the whole thing. So it gives a legitimate experience as a chat application. And you can track the connection status of the coworker to show if it's online or offline. And lastly, we have 4 color themes. The reason I decided to add 4 is because every chat application and most applications, they have either light mode and dark mode. And there's a lot more colors than those two. So I decided to add pink and orange just to make it a little bit different and make it a little bit more fun to look at when working. Now let's talk about the tech stack. So I use Next.js, Tailwind for the style, Node and Express, MongoDB. I use Socket.io for the WebSocket connection, and lastly I use NextAuth for its authentication. So we're not using no Google Auth or anything like that. Legitimately, in order for you to access the application, you have to do it by user credentials. So that's what I use for the tech stack. So once you have access to the application, you are welcome with this beautiful UI, and the first thing you see is the sign-in page. And here, let me show proof that it works. So if I have not created an account, I won't have access to it. So this is what happens when you try to access with no account created. Are username and password correct? So the account doesn't exist. Now let me show you how it looks once an application that I created. So once you click enter, boop, you have access to the application. And it shows you, welcome back Golden Dev. And it shows whoever accesses the application, it will have it dynamically change for the person that has accessed the application. So let's sign out and let's try a different user to prove that this is working. So I have another account created with Batman52. The same password, password1234, nothing fancy. And when I press enter, as you can see, welcome back Batman52. So this shows proof that everything is working. Now, this is basically how it looks once you have an account created, but let's go back to the beginning. Let's say you don't have an account. So essentially you will click register and it will take you to the registration form. So let's create an account for the sake of this example so we can show that the application works. To save us some time, I went ahead and added the information that we need, and now we have the full name, the username, and everything else that we need in order to create a new account. So here we go. Now registration was a success. So now we have access to this new username that we created. Let's access and see the application. So it's before and boom. Now welcome back Mario Bros 64. You see, it was created and dynamically it shows the user. So once you have accessed the platform, you can see right away it has a nice UI, it looks amazing, and let's test the responsiveness immediately. So as you can see, look how nice everything works. Everything is responsive, everything works, everything makes sense, and as you can see, it just works. It just looks great. And the other thing for you to look at is the select a chat. And the reason that it said it is connecting is because it's waiting for you to have a conversation with someone. And the moment you select a chat conversation, this will immediately show both the user that you're trying to speak with and its connection status. So you can see here, you click new chat to start a new conversation. And as you can see here, remember Batman52? And Golang dev, so for instance, once we click Batman52, we have never had a conversation with this person because we just created the account. But as you can see, the user is offline. And then let's try Golang dev. The same thing. As you can see, Golang dev is disconnected. Reason why, it says offline. Now we are going to showcase a conversation between two users. And as you can see here, Golang dev is disconnected. So what I'm going to do is open in a new window and sign in as Golang dev. Now look, the offline status immediately updating as soon as I sign in. Boom, online immediately, and now it shows that Golang dev has been connected, and it shows the same thing, connecting, because I'm not speaking with anyone. And as you can see here, if I look for the user Mario Bro, the account is added and is there. So now let's have a conversation. Hey Golang, and as you can see, immediately it shows the conversation. You don't have to refresh, everything is there immediately. Let's reply, hey Mario, right? This is cool. So everything is working as it should. And as you can see here, each chat bubble has the date, the time, and who sent it, which is also cool. Now let's talk about, we have different themes. We have dark theme, and look how nice, how polished it looks. Let's say we want a different one. Well, now we have the pink theme. And now let's say we want orange. This is a different one that you can also add. So this creates like a better user experience because, like I said earlier, for some reason, most chat applications, they either have the light mode and the dark mode, and there's a lot more colors, you know, so I think adding a pink or orange, I think it adds a distinctive look into the application. Now let's go back here. Now let's show the full CRUD capability. So as I said, you can send messages, you can receive them, as you can see, but I can also edit. So it says, hey Golang, now I just do, hey Golang, and automatically saves. And as you can see, it works perfectly. But you can also delete the message. And not only you're able to delete the message and send messages, you can delete the entire conversation as a whole, which is great. So you just go here, you select the conversation, and once you press this icon, it asks you if you want to delete the conversation, and automatically deletes it. So now the final part will be, you can sign out, which is great. You can sign out using NextAuth authentication, and just like that, you're outside the application. And the final thing that I wanted to show you that I decided to add was, in addition to the theme, in addition to delete, and to the sign out, I decided to add the GitHub repository. So once you click here, it automatically takes us to the GitHub repository where you are able to see the README, which I made sure to be as professional as possible. And yeah, this is the application. It shows the Mongo data models, the collections that are being used, how are they being used, the relationship between them, the flow, how you register and then you become a user and then you can speak through the messages model. And then you see the project dependencies. What did I use in order to build this application? So everything is being explained. Now, I hope that you guys enjoy the little demonstration that I just made. And just like anything, this application can always be updated and more things can be added to it. So you are more than welcome to clone the repo and add updates. Just play with it, you know, make it your own. So this is just a project showcasing the different technologies as you can see in the tech stack. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.